Well, good day everyone. My other half was a bit warm just before due to moving furniture around, so I said to her, why don't you go put the air conditioner fan on? Well, unfortunately, the fan's not running properly today, hence why I've got my trusty amp probe RS1 clamp meter out. Now I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but the motor, yeah, they should get warm anyway, but this motor's okay. If you are looking at this unit thinking it's an old piece of shit and that's why the motor's gone, well, actually the motor is actually new. As you can see, it's a Fasco model, I can't read it, but it's 130 watts. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be 200 watts, but anyway. Yeah, 130 watts, amps 1.2. RPM 1370 RPM, so it's a 3-speed fan running as a 2-speed fan, and I've just left out the leg that I'm not using. So let's just power it up briefly and just show you what happens. It's running slowly and something's burning in there too. It's dragging a couple of amps. What the fuck? See smoke coming from the back. I'm ready to go shut it down. Let's see what the fuck's going on here. It was dragging. I've got it in hold mode. Oops, oh well. Something taking a dump. There's a capacitor in there. It seems to be burning. I don't know why. Its wire seems to be burning or something. Now we got a wire that's hot there. That's for the compressor, which is not even energized at the moment. Fucking no idea what's going on here. Oh no, hang on a minute. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Okay, not my normal shooting style, but what the hell's going on here? For some fucking reason, it might have done damage to the motor. That's what was burning. Always trust your instincts. Look at that. It's burned all the way through. I don't know why. It was burning on that terminal there. Now, I'm not the last one to work on this unit. Actually, I got a local fridgie out and he diagnosed the compressor start-run capacitor as being low mic. But it wouldn't be his fault. But then again, look at the way this shit's been routed. So, see, it's kind of fucking under everything. I don't mean to be a total son of a bitch, but when you're routing cables in a machine, you need to be routing them so that there's no possibility of things being chafed through, because shit like this happens. Now, this is not how I routed it, this is how this fridgie routed it. But you ought to be taken out and thumped if you route it incorrectly, so obviously that fucking wire's been short. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to have to repair that cable, which is a total friggin' bitch. And that explains why the current draw on that was fairly high, because it's only supposed to be dragging 1.2 amps. It was dragging more like 2 amps. Let's see what happens now. What do you know about that? It's running like $1 million, like a brand newie. And she's dragging, doesn't even register on the scale, like it's, I don't know why, it should be registering something. Fuck's sakes, eh? There we go, this is a lower scale, that's why. Oh, that's right. Not even registering on this. So there you go, that's the fucking problem with this unit. the wire there must have rubbed through, I guess, or something on that. It was on that pink coloured. Well, I think it's supposed to be pink. Yeah. Oh no, it's supposed to be brown. It's just faded on the brown wire that goes to the compressor. So it's running fine now. I think that's actually been a problem for a while, because this fan seems to have been getting slower and slower. I haven't smelt burning or anything, but this is the main cable into the unit. I don't know why it's not registering anything. It registers a very little bit, but it's not 1.2 amps. It's well, maybe this thing's not accurate. It should be though. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Oh, there you go. It just goes to show, eh? So let's effect a repair, and I might change that capacitor out, because guess what? Let's shove this around here. Shove it around that feeder. I happen to have a new capacitor, so here we go. You know, this is just an on-the-fly video, just for anybody that's curious. I'm not, you know, I haven't done any, you know, troubleshooting. I just opened up the unit and started videoing. So excuse the swearing and the, you know, the style of video. Not the same as I would normally do it. Normally, what I do is I diagnose faults and then I make a video about it. But I just thought I'd do this because it, you know, it just shows the procedure. Like there's a bit of water or oil or something down the back of there, I don't know, but I'm not going to go poking with the unit running, but let's go shut it down. Always isolate from the main breaker, because you don't want to be electroluxed. So yeah, it's like oily or some shit. Maybe the original capacitor vented or something, I don't know. It's actually, I know what it is. It's this capacitor that this guy put in. Oh, what do you know about that? That cost me 15 bucks. Fucking capacitor's rooted. Son of a bitch. Oh, one thing is not, if it's not one thing, it's another. You know, this guy convinced me this capacitor was a good one and tested it and blah blah blah, and I should have listened to myself. And why the fuck I listened to him? But this 40 mic capacitor's it's actually leaking electrolyte. No, not. But anyway, well, it's part of the dielectric, I should say. That's what happens when your brain takes a dump. Just poking around the unit, and I noticed a dark patch, which probably won't show up on the video. Yeah, there it is, that dark patch under this big 40 mic capacitor, right? And I felt around this the bottom of it. And look, it's leaking oil-filled capacitor. So that's probably not liked the fact that it's had a short. But that shouldn't have taken it out. Like, I mean, fuck. So I don't know what the. I don't know whether the capacitor's been dodgy for a while or what. But well, let's power the unit back up. Now we're taking that short out of the equation. Let's whack the top of this contactor in and see if the compressor fires up properly. It did. That's the outdoor fan running. The compressor sounds happy. Oh, look, dragging a lot more than 6 amps. Let's just whack it on the 15 amp setting. Can't fire the compressor back up because she's a bit of gas circulating around. Ah, it'll start back up. No. Something still smells fucking hot in there, eh? I don't know what the fuck smells hot in there. Shit, a brick. Just shut her back down and let's just feel around some cables. Oh yeah. Okay. I know what's going on. Yeah, the capacitor may be leaking electrolyte, or well, oil I should say. Bloody electrolyte, stupid brain. Second time I've said that. I'm not editing this bit out. This brown wire that goes to the compressor, which is, I don't know what the fuck the wire does. It's probably a start. Nah, main power to the compressor by the look of it. By the friggin' look of it, this end of this wire is taking a dump because something's taking a dump because it's getting hot, and that's what I could smell just then. Like that, I've taken that short out. That explains a lot, because this unit's not been running real well lately, and I've been thinking it's low on refrigerant. But in actual fact, what's more than likely happened is this has gone high resistance. Yeah, that explains a lot, because you know it's gotten hot. I'll just shove the camera in here. This brown wire's gotten hot, and it's melted through the insulation on this start run cap for the fan. So that's why the fan slowed down. So yeah, I'm happy now. It's not chafed through. I'm only happy because I've figured out the causation. Yeah, it's that terminal's just taking a dump. That's all it is. So I'll pull this off. I mean, the end of that's fine. Like, let's just rip that off out of the way completely. Nice and dusty. And see what we got here. I think this end here is probably okay. I don't have a smaller screwdriver on me, but I should still flick this off with the big bastard driver. There we go. Let's just have a look at this and see what it's like. This has probably been fine, but so anyway, what I'm going to do is I might have to replace that cable, because it's a little bit on the. It's pretty old cable. So I need some wires that are thick, because you know, it carries a fair bit of friggin' current. So I'll just see what I can do. I might have to go get some crimp lugs, which ain't going to be easy because I think it's getting on to, you know, closing time at a few shops. So I don't know. I'll leave the video here and I'll just see what the go is, because this 40 mic cap's definitely fucked. I mean, you know, it's been piddling out the dielectric. In fact, it's all over. The dielectric oil is all over the bloody you know, I'm going to call it the accessories tray in this unit. It's all over the accessories tray. That's what this puddle of oil is. See, this is where you should trust your instincts. If you think something ain't working right, you need to listen to your instincts and shut the unit down, because the fact is that something like that wire could have taken this compressor out. You know, if it effectively takes this start run capacitor out of the circuit, this compressor might just destroy itself. You know, because the start run capacitor is really important. I've seen caps, you know, go low in value and take out a motor. So yeah, you need to be a little bit careful with this type of stuff. So yeah, let's see what we can do with this, and the conclusion of this video shall follow.